Well, I feel like everyone on this show has felt that this was a historical paradigm shift in everything we know. We're about to enter what can easily be described as a second Great Depression among everything else that's been going on. These weekends for me are very long, as I think they are for anyone who's working and then has the weekend off to think about this. And one of the things over the weekend that I have been particularly scared and alarmed by is the absolute racial inequality that this virus is hitting. In Michigan, 35% of the COVID cases are Black people, 24% are white. Listen to this, 40% of Black people who contract COVID in Michigan will die, as opposed to 28% of white people. Now, these numbers are across the board, especially in New York City. They're all comparable. And I think there was a thought that maybe this virus would be some kind of equalizer for everyone. And if anything, the coronavirus has showed that this racial bias is showing up in larger numbers, and it's very hard to watch this country let an entire segment of the population get sicker and die faster in a different way. And I don't know what the answer to this is. I was watching AOC's live Instagram about this over the weekend. I was watching a lot of commentators talk about this. And maybe we need to start sending medical care into different communities in different areas that don't have the same kind of access to medical care that everyone on this show does. And I think this will be one of the moments in history that particularly will come out very damning in American history. Obviously, Sunny, everyone, I think, on this show we've talked at length about healthcare and income inequality, but there is something about New Yorkers. Again, if you are a African-American person living in the projects in an apartment that's 300, 400, I don't know, however small it is, and you're being asked to self-quarantine in an area as opposed to the 1% in New York that have been able to leave the city, go to bigger places, go to giant homes. And I do think maybe there needs to be an emphasis or different kind of medical care or different kind of, tents being set up in different areas of the city that don't have the same access as the rest of and this isn't just in New York, but all cities that this is happening to.
Before we get started, Megan, you wanted me to correct something. So the correct stat of the number of people who have died in Michigan, 40% have been Black.
You have 40% higher likelihood of dying. I mean, stats are equally damaging, but yes.
Yesterday, who continued to tout a malaria drug that has not yet been proven to be effective against the coronavirus. But he admitted he doesn't really know what he's talking about. So why are you talking? Take a look.
So what do I know? I'm not a doctor.
Well, okay, so if you're not a doctor, why not say nothing? Let the doctor speak. Let him give his expert opinion on all of this.
I'm hoping Dr. Jill becomes a Surgeon General, his wife.
Yeah,
Joe Biden's wife, because he would never do it, but she's a hell of a doctor. She's an amazing doctor.
I thought she was a doctor and
PhD.
Yeah, I
could be wrong. I thought she was.
Yeah, I think she's a teacher, but might be good for Betsy DeVos's post.
Yes, perfect.
She'll probably be pretty busy as First Lady if she wins.
Yeah. He doesn't really know what he's talking about. So why are you talking?